So today I'm actually going to be talking about Reacher episode 3 from season 2. Okay, y'all, this one was good. So Amazon has given us episode 1 through 3. Okay, so you gotta wait. I believe it's every Thursday, one episode a week. Okay, from now on. So this is the final one that we have, and I was enjoying it, y'all. And this one is called A Picture Says 1,000 Words. Okay, you find out essentially what that means towards the end. This is a spoiler talk, so we're going to get into it. But before we do that, do not forget to leave a comment down below. Also, like and subscribe. All right, now let's get into it. So we first start this episode off where we have a flashback, which was 10 days earlier.
What?
So I was first like 10 days earlier. What's going on? Okay, so we see Franz, the one that got thrown from the helicopter. We see him getting tortured, okay, before he got thrown out. And you see the dude, Shane Langston, that's the dude that was on the phone that was calling these dudes to do a hit on Reacher and his crew. All right. So they're torturing him, whatever. And Langston, he is, he's like, give us some information. And Friends like, I'm not doing it. So then we cut to a scene, y'all, where they have him tied up on like this stretcher, tied up like this, and he's like laid down on here, unconscious pretty much, and he's like barely conscious. So then Langston is like, yo, if you got one more chance or you're dead, we're gonna just throw you out. So give us the information that we want. So then Franz then says, you know what? I'm just thinking about what the big guy is going to do to you. And then he's like, this mother, and he unties him, and that's how he ends up falling, dropping, whatever you want to say, from the helicopter. Okay. So then Langston's like, big guy, who in the HE double hockey sticks was he talking about? The title Reacher. So, okay. Kind of gave me like a Invincible vibe with that. And I thought that was pretty cool. So now we're in present time. So obviously 10 days after to now, we're in a gun shop. All right. And this little scene was pretty funny. This is what I like about this show. They throw in like these they have some good writers in here, y'all. Okay. Where they just throw in certain things where it's like, yo, that's pretty funny, especially in this moment. That's pretty funny. So we're in this little gun shop, and Reacher's like, I need, it's me, Dixon, O'Donnell, and Neagley. I need at least 4 guns. And then the guy, he's like, okay, but, you got to have your paperwork and this and that and that and third. And he's like, yeah, lady for that. Well, I know that you could get it, if, X, Y, Z, right? So he's trying to finesse his way into getting these guns. And then he was like, yeah, but you need this. And he was like, yeah, but if I say that we're friends, hey, friend, you could let a friend borrow guns. He's like, yeah, but I'll need to know this, and I'll have to be there present with you. And Richard's like, well... he's like, well, here's X amount of money. I mean, he gave him a wad of cash, yo. Then he was like, you'll be there in spirit. Yo, I was cracking up with this thing because he said, you're gonna be there in spirit, aren't you? And the guy was like, hey, yeah, you don't have to pull my arm. Yeah. So he gives him the guns. So now we head to the car, the new car that we got. And he gives everyone their gun and everything. So then Reacher and Dixon, they're over here talking about, they're like, oh, Donald, you're a bad shot. And they say, you're not as good as you think you are with shooting guns. He's like, man, F y'all, whatever. So then we see that they get pulled over by a cop. And it's like, well, I can't see you being dumb enough, Dixon, to be speeding. And she was like, I wasn't speeding. And he was like, yeah, I know. I'm going to get arrested. So, whatever. Because, he beat up an NYPD officer. Okay? So then they go and arrest him. Okay. We have a homeboy who got stumped out, the police officer. So we have him who comes and arrests him. And then Reacher, he was like, O'Donnell, you went to law school, right? Then he was like, yeah, Rutgers. And he's like, he's my lawyer. Guess he was expecting like a Yale. So he was like, Rutgers. So they were just dogging on this college. Thought it was hilarious that they were doing that. Then he goes and tells the women, he's like, okay, y'all go and figure out, this other information that we got going on over there. Okay, y'all do that. We're gonna be over here. So I was like, okay, cool. So now they're being interrogated by homeboy. Well, not really interrogated. They're just in an interrogation room. So we end up finding out essentially the guy who had the whole airbag fiasco, his name is Russo. So he goes and takes them into the interrogation room because now O'Donnell is his lawyer, okay, and all that. So Russo essentially says like, yeah, I need your help. There's some stuff going down and I don't want it to be going down the way it is. And it seems like you guys essentially are a step ahead of me. So what say you? You gonna help us out or not? And when Reacher's like, you know what? These are my homeboys. I want to find out what happened. And that's the best way to get about doing that is by us working together. So yes, let's go and work together.
Okay.
So then he was wondering like, make sure you ain't dirty. And, they had like a little back and forth. And he was like, I'm not dirty, man. I'm not about that. And I actually believed him too. Essentially, the cop says, Russo, he says, this AM guy, we have a suspect. And we find out it's the AM dude who is the arms dude from the previous episode with the passport burning stuff and all that. And I'm like, okay. So then we cut to Dixon and Neagley, and those two are looking at a parking pass information because that's what they found in that guy's car when, the whole cement scene. That's when they found out that there was a parking pass. So now, okay, we got to find an address. Lady ends up giving the address. Cool. Cut to a hotel room, and Dixon, she's talking to Neagley, and Neagley's talking about, yeah, months and years, Reacher could find you. And she was like, wait, these numbers that we had no idea what they were, they're dates, they're months and days. And she's like, oh shoot, really? And then she goes into her whole statistic jargon. Needless, just put it in layman's term. What's going on? Okay. So that whole thing's happened. Now we then cut back to interrogation scene area room. So the Russo was saying like, yo, we got a trace on this dude because he Reacher ended up giving him a whole list of different aliases, AM and everything. So then he was like, okay, we got a trace on this dude at the airport. We'll be able to get him when he checks in and everything. So, okay, cool. And then we cut to AM. And he's up in the airport. He's looking at some guys. He's like, you look suspicious. Wait, you look suspicious. Wait, you look. Oh, ish. He's like, my cover's blown. So then he goes. So they obviously never capture him because this dude's like top notch. Cut to a scene and they go to this dude's Trevor's house. Okay, there's this whole little exchange where dude's whatever, he's like gone or whatever, and they go and talk about it was his neighbor actually who was like, he left his trash cans out and if he doesn't pull them in it's $20 a day per can. Yeah, click. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was so cute that they added that in there. So what they end up doing, y'all, because I was like, okay, so they're going to be breaking into this person's house. Okay, how are they going to do it? I was like, maybe sneak in through the back or something. Nope. All right, clear. Throw the bomb in there. They throw a bomb in the house. I'm like, there wasn't a more subtle way to do that. So they throw it in the house and, it lights these dudes up essentially. And then there's a whole thing going back and forth. They're shooting. Some dudes got bulletproof vest on. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this place looking like a trap house to me. All right, and there was like, what, 7 people in there or so, something like that. Everyone's fighting, everyone's shooting, everything that happens. Okay, there's a scene where you see Dixon. She runs out of bullets because this dude has a bulletproof vest on. She runs out of bullets, and then she's about to get shot. And she's just like, oh no. And then you see O'Donnell, he goes and shoots her right in the head. And then it's the whole thing of like, oh, but I'm a crappy shot, huh? I can't shoot, huh? But now look at you. I thought that was so cute. So then, they all meet up in the room together, the whole crew. And then they hear a car turning on. And then they see is this dude, he's driving away. Reacher ends up getting to him. Okay, it's a foot chase versus car chase kind of thing that ensues. And then Reacher, y'all, this scene was hilarious. Reacher grabs a grill. Alex, a grill? Like you mean like a grill rack? Or a grill, like one of those little smaller grills. He grabs he grabs a grill and he throws it. He chucks it at the car. And the dude is done. The dude comes out and Richard's trying to get some information. He's like, tell me. And then the guy's like, and then he's like, are you having a heart attack right now? He's like, and then he tries to do it. And he was like, really, dude? Really? Right now you gotta have a heart attack? So then we cut to this motel room. It didn't look like a hotel, it looked cheap. So they're like in a little motel. And Russo, the cop that brought him into the interrogation room, he appears. I don't know what it was about me during this particular scene, but him in that suit, I was like, man, this dude looks really, really, really fly. Okay. I was just like, okay. But he comes in and whatnot, and he's like, really? You got a pipe bomb near suburban Queens? Really, dude? That's what you guys are doing right now? You guys couldn't have done some low-key anything? So then he was like, the neighbor, they obviously identified you all perfectly. He's like, I scratched that. He's like, I don't like doing that. So don't put me in that predicament again. Got it. So then, they're like, okay. What I thought was hilarious, it was a scene. In the scene, Russo, he's like, and you killed a man with a barbecue. And then Regis said, he was stopped by a barbecue. He was killed by trans fats. Y'all, the lines in this movie, in this show, the lines, they got some heavy hitter lines up in here. I thought it was hilarious. Okay. So essentially Russo, he tells them like, okay, AM did not arrive at the airport. I'm sure he knows that we're looking for him and whatnot. But don't all of this whole, I'm gonna be a vigilante and all this. He's like, this cowboy bebop ish. He's like, we ain't doing this no more. Cause I'm not gonna be covered for you if you do this. Yeah, I got you. No more of this cowboy stuff. All right. So, okay, cool. So then Richard gives him a burner number. He's like, burner phone, burner number. And then he was like, this is how you could contact us so you don't have to actually come here. Then he was like, okay, cool. I prefer it that way. Anyways. So then Richard's like, okay, I have a plan. Let's get some ski mask on. We're going to be doing some cowboy stuff. So then he goes into this, they go into this new age technology facility building. They're going to take a whole bunch of stuff, USB drives, files, computers, all that kind of stuff. And then they get out and you see that Reacher, he comes into the vehicle and whatnot. He pulls out a picture, and this picture had Swan in it, posing with everybody else. So it shows that he was working with new age technology, these same people who were trying to kill him now. And then it ends, y'all. So I was just like, okay, now we got to figure out, if this was truly your homeboy, y'all's homeboy, why is he working with the enemy? What did he know? What is he a part of? What's going on? Okay. So I was like, okay, y'all, this is really good. Okay. But let me know what y'all think down below. If you liked it, let me know what you didn't like about the episode, or what you did like about the episode. Did you like the lines that they had? Because I thought there was some heavy hitting lines up in there. Let me know down below. Hello. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would appreciate if you could leave a comment down below, and also do not forget to like and subscribe. I would also appreciate if you could support me at latricelimited.com. This is my own personal small business where I sell bath and body wellness items, such as I have bath bombs, I have soaps, candles, essential oil blends, sleep eye masks, and a whole bunch more. I'm actually going to show you 2 featured products. So this one is my candle. Okay, this is my vanilla wood wick candle. As you can see, there's wood in there, and it gives a nice crackling sound. It's like a bonfire, campfire, but in your house, yo. Smells so freaking good. This, my sweet roses, are my top scents for me personally. I also have soap. So this one right here is this nice cool water soap that I have. It's more of a masculine, sexy scent. So I would greatly appreciate if you could go and support me. And now I hope you have a good day.